It's one of those things where, to me, okay, a little bit of an editorial here, a little bit of a commentary. I haven't done one of these in a while. When it comes to the toy industry, especially action figures, you have to realize that the main people who buy these things are adults, adult men. And why do we buy these things? Because, well, it's what we enjoy. It's our hobbies. And for a lot of guys out there, their hobby is this action figure collecting. And I encourage it, because what other hobbies are you going to have? Drinking, going out, partying, spend your money on action figures. It's still something to have. It's something to display, to be proud of, something you can talk about. And for a lot of people, one of the reasons why at the end of every show I say those three things, which I will say at the end of the show again, is this is their mental health. For me, this is, in some ways, a bit of mental health for me. Because, as you know, this show is not very successful. I have loyal followers. You guys are my loyal followers, and I thank you for that. I don't pay money to get thousands of subscribers, but I don't get preview stuff. But I do this as a way of sort of mental health. It gives me something to look forward to once a week. And I also know that for the few of you who actually watch the show, you enjoy it. You like laughing at me or laughing with me, or you just want to see an action figure. So in some ways, it's that little bit of mental health. And with one of my friends in Vancouver, he's going through a bit of a hard time right now. He's had to cut back on one of his real hobby is comic books still. He's still been buying comic books for all these years. And he's got a good job, he's married, but with the economy and everything else going on in his life, he's having to cut back. And he messaged me the other day, and he's saying, it's like he's down to only one comic book now. And I can tell that it's affecting his mental health. So I will message him privately, but it's something you should consider when watching someone talk about action figures, is that it is a mental health thing. Because guys, let's be honest, as you know, especially since last year, men's mental health is very important to me. And guys, and if you're a woman watching the show, then you should know this about men. Men don't talk about their feelings that much. We get lost in our hobbies, and our hobbies become our mental health. And I'm not just talking about Generation X. I'm talking about even some younger collectors too. I've talked to quite a few people out there who have collections, not necessarily of DC Multiverse, but they all say that their collecting is what keeps them able to function normally. So one person recently asked me, well, you must be sponsored because you always plug these stores at the end. Well, number one, I'm not sponsored. I plug those stores because either I've shopped there, or I've had interactions with them, or I've heard really good things about them. Okay? Right off the bat. I'm not sponsored. He also made a comment saying, well, what's with the messages at the end? Well, it's because it's important to me to try to encourage people to continue their hobbies. And I asked him, well, why do you ask? He goes, well, I watch your videos. And no, he didn't like or subscribe. He's one of those guest watchers on YouTube, so their views never count. And he then brought up a comment about my GoFundMe. Well, why should I donate to your GoFundMe? And I went to him, well, it's really simple. These cost money. And to get the message about for mental health, the way I do it through this channel, it's not always easy, and it's expensive. And, even if someone just donates $5, it's going to help. Long term, it's going to help. Every little bit helps. Unless I get sponsored. Once again, Mr. Tetou, look me up. But no, and that's why I do it. So if you are one of the guys out there who watches this show, do your best, as I always say at the end. Keep collecting. I know it's hard nowadays with the economy, but keep collecting. If you know someone who's a collector, help them out. This is their mental health. This is how they keep a grasp on functioning every day. If you're married to someone or you're dating someone who's a collector, don't put them down. Do not discourage them from collecting. Don't go, you could spend your money on something else. It's a choice you make. I myself make a choice to limit my food intake, dietary-wise. I don't go out and buy tons of chocolates. I don't drink beer. I'd rather spend what little cash I can afford on action figures because it's good for my mental health and yours. And yours. I wouldn't say Shane, because Shane's got a wonderful woman. He's got a great family. He's got great friends. But Even for Shane, he gets a good laugh out of this. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Trying to keep the channel going for as long as I can. So if you do like the show, hit like. Subscribe if you haven't done it already. And if you're one of those people who watches as a guest, sign into YouTube. Make an account. You don't have to do videos to have a sign-in account. You just sign in and comment and share. McFarlane Toys. Some contact information for people if you can. But if you do know someone who wants to sponsor a show, like I said, if you want to sponsor a show, there's ways of doing it. One way, of course, is that GoFundMe. But no, it's it's important to me to keep the show going for as long as McFarlane Toys does DC Multiverse, and maybe even past that. Hopefully, I will be able to solve all my financial problems that I have with taxes come October. Story for another day. But for the most part, though, I'm doing this for me and for you, my few friends out there who like watching the show. So, because it's still May, and May is, to me, Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, please do your best. Do your best for your body, your mind, and of course your emotional well-being. Do your best to stay healthy. And of course, when you get a classic-looking figure that looks good, and I don't care that she's taller than she's meant to be, she's Power Woman now, to me, it's a good reason, of course, to stay happy. Even if it's just for like 1 hour in a day, watching the video. If it makes you happy, it's great. That's what I want. And of course, when you can still somehow get up in the day, go to work, find something that you enjoy, something that helps you, it's a good way to stay positive. And on that note, you guys have a good weekend. I'll be picking up and going broke, of course. It's not easy being a toyaholic. You know what I'm talking about. But like I said, do your best to do those three things. And if you know someone who needs a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of help, just be out there. Because guys, let's be honest, as guys, we don't talk about our emotions that much. So, you know what? Don't discourage someone from buying action figures. Because it's healthy. And for the ladies watching out there, I don't want to sound sexist, but a lot of women out there collect purses and shoes and other things. Guys, we're simpler. We like simple things like an action figure of a hero we read in comic books. So once more, do your best, stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, mixing it up a bit, and we'll see you guys next week for another episode of On the Peg.